welcome back to Factorio. I am Dorthak, and we're continuing this space exploration run. I'd just been telling the folks on Twitch before I realized that I failed to open the to start the recording, but I did a little bit of work between episodes on logistics. I connected up this logistics network to cover most of the bus, and I converted the output chests for most things to buffer chests so that I can do recycling, and that worked nicely. And then we replopped the mall so that we can produce the last few items. I think we now may have everything in the mall that the mall is capable of producing. I believe that was the last of the recipes. So we now have the blue belts and components being made. We have the yellow production machines. This apparently I originally spec'd this to have some modules, but whatever. Nope, this... what was this? Oh, something spilled here big time. What in the world? This should be producing fuel refineries. Oh, you know what? When I dropped the blueprint, it may have overridden that recipe and caused the stuff in it to be ejected out. That's probably what happened there. Yeah, I think we've got, except whatever's in here. I don't know what that one was. It's a recipe that is not available. It requires some fairly normal stuff, but I have no idea what that was. Alright, anyway. Let's continue. So as I said, what I set up on most of these was recycling, so that, well, the best example is still the yellow belts. So that rather than limiting the number of slots in a lot of the places, in some places it's just limited, by the size of the chest. Nope, this needs to be a provider, that needs to be a provider. Where's the output of view? There. Okay. So I have, at this point the only use we have for yellow belts is as an input for red belts. So I set this to only function if there's more than 300 belts in here. But then I set the logistic request to 4,000 so that it can bring in as many, anything that's getting recycled. So if we upgrade a belt, the trash won't just go into some storage bin somewhere, it'll go in here. Alright, so that's the logistics. So we've replopped them all, we can delete that from there. The next big thing is iron. Between episodes I did some clearing here, so we can get to this iron because we have a critical shortage of iron. We've got to deal with that. And that's what we'll do next. But the other thing I realized is we're going to need more iron. That's not going to do the trick. So I did a little bit more exploring, and I found there's a 15 million iron ore patch there. There's a big 42 million patch here. And then we had this 30 million patch there, and we really need to get those. But you can see just how much biters we have all through this. That's a lot, and that's more than I really want to clear out with just, gun turrets. What we need for this level of clearing is either artillery or nuclear weapons. Now, I love my artillery, but artillery means we need a wall. We cannot, because when you fire artillery at biters, they end up, their response is to immediately charge towards the source of the artillery, and you would better have defenses there. So what I'm thinking tentatively, is we are going to build a wall, and it's not all going to happen in this episode. Maybe in today's stream, maybe we'll get started on it, maybe we won't. But just as a so from somewhere around here, and we're gonna run it across and down into this lake. I think we're probably gonna make the corner. Let's see. Where oh, there's some more iron here, so we'll probably come down somewhere here. We can, about there. Let's mark a very rough layout. Kind of like that. Let's use these here because it'll contrast better. So something like that, right? It's going to be a big wall, don't get me wrong. And then we're going to build a wall across from enough to capture this. So I'm thinking probably from here. Maybe we'll be able to use some of these little lakes, but basically I'm thinking down just a little bit and then across. There's another smaller ore patch there, so maybe a little bit lower. We'll have to play it by ear. And then I'm gonna come down from here somewhere. That's not that. There's an 18 million one. So maybe here we'll bring down the wall again. Approximately. Now that's going to be one monster of a wall. It's going to take us a long time to build it. We could build outposts, we could wall in our immediate base and then build walls around the outposts. And maybe that's a better way to do it, but I've just never really liked doing it that way. So we'll see. But in order to build this monster wall, we've got to clear the biters inside of it, which means we need nukes. In order to get nukes, we need to get Overx up and going, so we're gonna start working towards that. Let's see. We have all sorts of junk in our inventory that we don't need. So let's get rid of some of it. That was wrong. I didn't need that one. Are we good otherwise? Yeah, I think that we don't need, that we don't need. Just want to make sure we don't have too much garbage in here. Alright. And we do have some electric mining drills. We may need more, I'm not sure. Is science running or is it just being slow? Science is not running because we don't have any what? Purple? Purple. Ice purple science dead. Because purple science requires rails, which requires steel, and steel is an incredibly slow trickle because we need iron. All right. So let's go over to the nuclear utility area where we can set up Covarex. Okay. So now you can all be set to Covarex. Now, of course, that requires an injection of uranium-235, which is why we have this chunk of 40. We will stick that right into this machine. And we may have some more down here. Indeed we do. Oh. That's pretty good. We'll take... 80 more. No. Okay, so it's got one machine started. We can start a second machine and a third machine. And the way this is set up is, if you're not familiar with Covarex, Covarex takes in 40 U-235 and 5 U-238 and spits out 41 U-235 and 2 U-238. So each cycle we gain a single U-235. So the way, which doesn't sound like a lot, but once this is up and running, it generates a tremendous amount of U-235. And the way it works is the U-238 is picked up off the belt here and dumped into here. The U-235 is dumped by this filter inserter into this box, moved over here and back around, and this spits it back out into the system only if there's more than 12 in the box. Because of course this machine likes to, like any machine, sucks up 2 cycles worth. So until we reach 80 in the cycle, there aren't going to be any that go out. You can see right here, it's just going around in the circle and starting another cycle, but we had 40 before, now there's an extra, right? There's 40 being processed, and there's one that's an extra. And that's the beauty of Covarex. Now, we will research, I think we already did research nuclear weapons. Right. Is it atomic? Might be atomic. Yes. No, we have not yet researched it. So let's make sure we do. In fact, let's see what's in the queue. We have inserter bonus and mining productivity. Those are good. Yeah, let's do... I don't know about this area mining drill. It's probably a good thing, but we don't need it immediately. Let's put that into the queue. Let's put that into the queue. That's fine. Space I'm going to hold off on for a little bit longer. Alright, let's let that run. The problem with the atomic bomb is that each one requires 100 U-235. If we just relied on these machines producing the U-235 for us, we would need a huge amount of uranium, far more than what we can produce from this patch or even the patches. This alone is enough to feed the nukes, but not to do uranium 235. So that's why we really need Kovarex. And you can see this has already built up 3 extra ones. We will just let it run and enjoy itself. And we're gonna go and build a the iron here. So we're gonna put in a station right here. Make sure we're not on tracks. There we go. Okay. First off, we're going to turn off all our bots. Second, we're going to clean up the all of the landfill stuff. There we go. Now we're going to need to take out this one, this one, this one, this one, as well as the ones in here. Now, we also need to take out this guy. That might temporarily cut things off, but we will reconnect them in just a moment. Okay, now over here we are gonna set up a deconstruction planner that we will set to only deconstruct ghosts, and we will kill the ghosts in here because we already have one set of crossovers. We don't need to create another one, with the exception that these need to be chain signals. And now the bots can go to work. Okay, excellent. Now we have quite a ways to go to get to the that, so let's find our dual rail system. In here should be good. Well, this is not, this one's not chunk aligned, I don't believe. Let me check. I honestly don't remember. This is the version I made for the tutorial. No, it's not, and it's also not the right width. So we can't use that one. But I had some, pretty sure I had some somewhere. Let's see if we can find them. This is all fours. Where's that 2? This is it. There we are. I believe this is correct. Yes. And it is chunk aligned. Yeah, except that's not what I wanted to do. I think I missed my chunk alignment. Yeah. Should go there. That's one too many. In fact, it's a couple too many, but that's alright. Yeah. Now it's aligned. Now let's do one more. Nope. I think one more along should do the trick. I may not have enough rails on me. In fact, I'm sure I don't. Yeah, let's bring the train. You come over here. And it looks like we have some spots that's fine. Those are just missing. Here we go. Alright, is that far enough? Yeah, I think that's perfect. So here we will put a entrance this way. Might actually be even too close. Let's turn bots off for a minute. Yeah, that's too close. Back it up. We'll just take out one chunk worth of stuff right here. Okay, and that's where our station is gonna go. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna want 2 loading stations here. And we want to load from the tail. Do we have we don't have a loading from the tail. And we'll just make it up out of this guy. No, first we want a utility station. That can go right there. Then we want a loading. Don't need quite that much space, but that's okay. So, what we're gonna do is... Where's my ghost eraser? Okay. Let's build them. Need a station. Oh. station here. Okay, this is gonna be... let's see, we have LTN iron 1. This is gonna be iron 2. And this is gonna be... LTN iron 2 out. Okay. Now we need to feed into it our products. So that's gonna be one. Two. Three. And 4. And we can do a balancer. Wrong ones. Upgrade that to red. Okay, and there's our station. So we're gonna make a copy of this. Come on. There we go. Hit shift. We do not need this. We do not need that. We do not need that. And really we don't need... well, we can... no, we don't need that either. Okay, and this is gonna be LTN load tail. And our convention was to put in an LTN station and then a warehouse and then load and then T for tail. Was that it? Maybe. We can always fix that. LTN loading. And I got them the order wrong. Okay. And there we get the warehouse. And this is loading. There. Okay. Perfect. Now, let's clear out some of these guys and some of these and we don't need the grid anymore. Okay. Not gonna be able to get a whole lot of miners on here, but we'll do what we can. Which one do we want? Doesn't matter. Okay, so this is as high up as we want to go. And this is as far over as we want to start.